Hello everyone, welcome to Trends on Tuesday. Today we're going to take a look at my kit built models. My Kitmaster, Airfix and some Dapol. I've got quite a lot to get through and it's going to be quite a lengthy video, so let's get started. First up is my Rosebud Kitmaster rocket. This was only produced between 1959 and 61, so I probably built this 61, 62. It's undergoing a rebuild, but she still runs. I need some parts for it, so I'm going to buy a Dapol one and use parts from that to restore this. So in no particular order, there is an Airfix Pug, built many years ago. I'm sure it was the 1960s. I even put a coupler on the back of that one. More recently, probably within the last 10-12 years, I built a Dapol version of the same thing. Not complete yet. A little bit more paintwork and some decals to go on it. Now this one that goes back to the 1970s. Let's get the pugs out of the way. And this is a Kitmaster, Rosebud Kitmaster Italian tank. There were no transfers with it, no decals when I got it, and not sure what to do with regard to paint on it either. So it's been sitting around here built since the 1970s, looking just like that. Next up is my Airfix J94, again built in the 1960s. This one's always had a wobble to it, quite a wobble to it, but she rolls. And the next one, this is the one that precipitated this particular video. Somebody commented on how well this one rolls. I believe that is an Airfix one. I don't think that's the Kitmaster. But my Prairie Tank. One of my favorites. I built it and did the basic paintwork on it. My friend Roy did the weathering on it. Quite nicely done. Next up, one of my all-time favorites. My Sterling 8-foot single. That's a Rosebud Kitmaster model, and I built that one in the very early 1960s. I've done a rebuild on it since, stripped it right down and repainted. It's all hand painted, all the lining, everything. Like I say, one of my all-time favorites. Another Rosebud Kitmaster, City of Truro. This one I bought second-hand. It had been built. It had been painted in a most awful green. So I've done a repaint on it. It didn't roll. The rods had glue in them and it just wouldn't roll, but I've worked that and got it rolling. And so that's a favorite. I do have decals for it, transfers. I don't know why I haven't put them on. I'll get around to it, I'm sure. There we go. Rosebud Kitmaster, City of Truro. Another 440. Oh, come on, you can roll. It doesn't want to. This is a Dapol kit. Again from the old Airfix and Kitmaster range. Quite recently built. and hand painted. I think it turned out very nice. It does stick once in a while and doesn't roll freely, but most of the time it does. A very nicely running one, this one, my BR Standard 260. That is an Airfix kit, and I started building that one way back in the 1970s and didn't complete it until after 2000. I put a coupler on the back of that one. That one rolls so well I can put it on the track and put a powered locomotive behind it and use it as a double header. Turned out very, very well. Now into the big steam locos. Airfix Battle of Britain class. Again built in the 1960s. I have a Dapol version of it, unbuilt. I actually have started building it, so there will be two of those. Probably do the other one in the southern green as opposed to the BR. My Evening Star. This is the Dapol kit. Quite well worn in the molds and things. It's difficult to get these to roll now. I do have the Airfix one, an Airfix version of it. It's an unbuilt kit, and I think it's best to leave it unbuilt now. But that's it for the steamers. Started with the smallest, the Pug, or Stephenson's Rocket, and wound up with Evening Star. Nice and crisp and clean, museum quality. Next up, my Drury Shunter, Class 03. Again, this is a Dapol kit, but it turned out very, very well. Built quite recently. I've got the interior painted and managed to make it roll. Got the crankshafts all running right. Quite happy with that one. Next up, a couple of Class 08s. Can't quite fit them in the frame there. These are both Rosebud Kitmaster, built by other people. The green one I got here in Canada, and the black one I think I bought that at Rails of Sheffield when they had their second-hand store long ago, and both of them are missing one of the rods, and so that's a project to combine two into one sometime and get rid of that awful green paint too. Next up, Park Royal Rail Bus. Again, a Dapol kit. This is actually quite an easy kit to motorize. Other people have done it, and I'm contemplating getting another one and motorizing. Anyway, there she is. The most unfortunate thing with this kit is there's no interior to it, and it's a big empty void in there. But anyway, quite a nice kit. And Dapol's now providing pinpoint axles for it, so that rolls very nicely. Now, lastly, among the kits that I've constructed is a Dapol Deltic, blue Deltic. prototype Deltic. I had the Rosebud Kitmaster kit of this in the very early 60s. I do not recall what happened to it. Real shame. Anyway, that concludes all the locomotive kits that I have built. I think I'm going to take a quick look at kits that I have not built. So, kits that I have not built. We'll start off with the Rosebud Kitmaster American General. That kit is in there, looking beautiful. It's going to stay that way. I'm not going to build that one. I have an Airfix blister pack Stevens rocket. Not built. Probably never will be. Not while I own it. There's my Airfix Evening Star. Nice crisp moldings in there. That one I could get rolling very nicely, I'm sure. But I don't think I'm going to build that one. Give you an idea of how long I have had that. The price is there. It's upside down, but that kit cost £2.50 brand new. You certainly wouldn't get it for that price today. I have another Dapol Prairie Tank. Bought that one in 2002. Haven't opened the package. I have opened the package on this one. Battle of Britain class, 92 Squadron. I have started construction. But a long way to go on that one yet. I have another Schools class by Dapol. Shrewsbury. Tough one to get my tongue around. And lastly, in the locomotive range, I also have a Nightwing 040 diesel shunter, industrial diesel shunter. Nice looking kit. That one's been around here for quite a long time, unbuilt. Oh dear. Now, in addition to the locomotives, I have a number of rolling stock kits. Some of these are built, some not. Some of the Rosebud Kitmaster coaches have been featured in some of my videos. I have 2 green ones there, and the rest of them are in the maroon, and the bottom one is the restaurant car, which comes complete with seating and all the interior trimmings as well. Beautiful kit. Some of the Airfix ones are built and on the layout as static displays. The tanker wagons, Class B tanker wagons, they roll very nicely, and I run those in trains. In addition, a few more Dapol ones, and I've got a couple more here. The Booth Rodney crane and the Interfrigo refrigerator wagon. But I think the rolling stock is a subject for a different video. So I hope you've enjoyed that, seeing my kit built models, built over a period of 50 odd years. And I hope you'll join me again next week for another Trains on Tuesday. Bye for now, everyone.